part 3. This is the last one until you get to pick who you want. So, yeah. Okay, let's begin. Know your place, servant, she said as she got up and left. Her handmaids chuckled as they quickly followed their mistress. With a sigh, she cleaned up the mess and continued with her day. Things like this weren't new for Yin. Pixies and fairies alike harassed her about being wingless and so-called powerless fairy. And this wasn't the first time being talked down to by other noble fairies. I lost my place. I'm sorry. Other noble fairies who left threatened by Yin's closeness to the high standing, like Zuko or Shoto. Yet there's nothing she could do to stop them. Lately, the Umbra have been getting bolder and bolder, so Izu has came home later and later, even coming home with more and more injuries, to rest and sleep, then back to stand by. To add on more stress, the king decided to host a ball / coronets for his son to become king and to find his bride. He wasn't sure, in definition not too far away. How about Lady Iris? She loves the outdoors and the arts. And she has an impressive power, Yin suggested as she looked over to the list of girls the king made for Shoto. No, Shoto sighed as he sat in his chair, not wanting to go over the list. Then Lady Momo, she's calm, smart, and said to be very pretty, Yin said, moving down the long list. No, that's enough for today, Shoto said as he got up from his chair. Yin started to file away the list when she felt a cold hand grab her arm. It was Prince Shoto's. Where did you get these bruises? He asked softly as he stroked it with his thumb. An accident, Prince Shoto. I fell from one of the vines, Yin said as she turned to face him. Then, well, sorry for the cutout. The mic literally just glitched, so I'm going to reread that. Where did you get these bruises? He asked softly as he stroked it with his thumb. An accident, Prince Shoto. I fell from one of the vines, Yin said as he turned to face him. Well then, be more careful, Yin. I would hate to see you badly injured yourself, Shoto said as he went back to his studies. I'll try, Prince Shoto, Yin smiled. Izuku has been getting home later and later, Yin sighed as she sat on the couch waiting for Izuku. The door suddenly opened, revealing a battered and ragged up Izuku. Yin quickly ran to him and helped him to his room. She quickly got to work on his wounds. Have your bones not broken, are they? Yin asked in a shocking manner. No, they're fine, but the Umbra have been getting closer and closer to the castle and... Hey, wait, what happened to your arm? It's bruised. Are you alright? Izuku asked in a worried tone. I simply fell. Nothing out of the ordinary, Izuku, Yin said with a small smile. It was Marine again, wasn't it? Izuku asked again. Yeah, but it's fine, Yin sighed as she wiped the last of Izuku's wounds. Even though Izuku may be higher rank, he is still a level under Marine, so he doesn't have any power to stop her. Izuku quickly pulled Yin into a hug. I wish there was more I could do to protect, he sobbed. Izuku, as long as you keep the kingdom safe, then that's enough for me, Yin said with her most convincing smile she could muster. Anyways, the Umbra have been getting close to the castle, but the ball is growing closer now, Yin said, changing the subject. Yes, the almost made it into the castle. If it wasn't for Ida and Kirishima, are you sure you're safe going home alone? Izuku asked. I'll be fine. Besides, I'm the headmistress. Besides, the headmistress put me in a change of direction for the upcoming ball. She wants the whole kingdom to shine. Yin said in a satisfaction tone. Whew. So, for the next week, I and a small group of nice fairies helped me place giant crystals I made with my magic all over the kingdom. It wasn't going to leave any dark spots for the Umbras. Mina, Jiro, and Ochako were a big help for placing the crystals all over the kingdom, even in the castle. Everyone was curious about the giant crystals, but they liked having the shiny rocks sparkling all over the place. None the wiser or aware of where the rocks came from. Soon the last night came, and the other fairies fled and hid as a horde of Umbras stormed their way to the castle. I have one less crystal to place for my plan to work. I have to bring the last crystal to the top of the palace. The Umbra isn't a dumb creature. If I were to light up only one side of the kingdom, all the Umbras will attack the darker side with full force. I have to scare the Umbras all at once. No dark places to retreat to. I traveled up the large vines and went up to the wall of the palace, dragging the large crystal behind me, slowing me down a bit. The climb felt like an eternity as the underlying power body climbed up the walls as fighting ensured all around me. Eventually, I made it to the top, slowly setting the crystal in place, right at the highest point of the castle. Yin, what are you doing up there? You need to hide, Izuku shouted as he fought an Umbra. Just as I was about to activate the crystal, an Umbra shot out from nowhere and just barely missed me as I felt many of its teeth cut deep into my skin and on my arm. I screamed out in pain as I stumbled back, almost falling off the tower. Yin, Izuku shouted as he tried to finish off the Umbra, pinning him down. The Umbra, oh my gosh, the Umbrine, I think, on the tower, shifted up and side and was about to pounce on Yin when suddenly a wall of ice appeared. The person who came to her rescue was Prince Shoto. I don't know what you're up to, but you better make this count, he said as he fought off the Umbra. Yin pushed through the pain as she climbed back up to the crystal and placed her hands on its smooth surface. The crystal started bursting with light, leaving no place for darkness, lighting up the entire kingdom with its glow. Now, you can picture what you want, but there's a picture and it looks magical. The Umbra screeched in pain as it quickly shuddered far from the kingdom, but stayed just at its edge of the light's radius. Fairies and pixies slowly came out of hiding to stare at the glowing crystals. It almost looked like the sunlight was just suddenly appeared. Wow, Mina and Ochako said in awe. This is amazing, Shoto said as he stared at the beautiful lights. Thanks, Prince Shoto, Yin said weakly as she collapsed, her body falling off the edge as the free falls from the tower. Yin, Shoto shouts as he quickly took to the air. He dives down towards Yin falling form. He pushes his wings to the fastest as they could go, but Yin was just outside his reach. He tries to catch up to her, but was caught by a green flash. Izuku caught her with ease as he slowly landed on the ground safely. Yin, please just open your eyes, Izuku begged as he shook Yin's unconscious form. Somebody quickly get Recovery Girl or Charlotte, Shoto ordered the guards. Yin's new life as a duchess. Oh, by the way, this is 8 days later. Yin's new life as a duchess, her new high rank. After the king learned it was her magic that saved the kingdom, he rewarded her with her new status. Yin did not expect this. She thought the king would simply thank her with a medal or something small, not make her a second highest rank fairy, just under the royal family. Oh, goodness gracious. She was not used to having people serving her when she used to be lowly servant herself. Now her co-workers wait on her and serve her. Izuku was stationed as her personal guard, which was something she did not mind. What she didn't like how many of her noble bullies did a 180 and basically just kissed her up. But it was the night of Shoto's coronation ball. With the crystals shining brightly, the fairies were able to party to nightfall. Every high-ranked fairy and pixie was dressed to the nines of their fancy dresses. Yin also dressed in a fancy dress herself. By the way, you can picture what you want. I don't care. She wandered around the ball on foot because even though her status changed, the fact she was still flightless didn't. She could hear the snickers of the nobles high above her, thinking they were far enough that she could hear them, some having their audacity to come and try to court her. After some things they whispered about her, suddenly she felt a tap on her shoulder. "May I have this dance?" asked a familiar voice.